With a twist. Some of y'all may know me. Some of y'all may just not see my face. You may see us. You may see us on our sports show called The Overall, but this is a different version of The Overall. This is the overall, the bigger picture.
The bigger picture.
I'm Justin / Alexx.
I'm Ryan or RG.
I'm Lique. You know what I'm saying?
Or Lique.
Just go with Lique, man.
Yeah, so we just started this podcast / show / whatever you want to call it. You know, just to, like I said, we do the sports. Me, Lique, and another one. You know, RG's been on the sports one a few times, and we just started this light podcast because we just got some stuff to get off our chest, stuff on our mind, stuff we want to discuss. Especially this one over here. I know some people that follow on Twitter already know. Yeah, they already know.
So way to live, man.
Yeah. Anything I want to get off your chest before we get started?
Nah, man, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm just excited to get it going, man. We've been talking about it for a minute, so let's get started.
All right. So the main
Hold
question.
on, let me cut you off real quick. Hey, y'all in for a ride. Y'all in for a ride.
All right. So the first question of the day, or the first question of the show, period. We talking about, like, the main thing I said we want to talk about is human relationships, you know, romantic relationships, all that kind of stuff. Whatever topic spot. So we're gonna talk about casual sex, and we're gonna say, does casual sex work at all in any capacity? I will let you start.
I knew this was coming.
Everybody was ready for that. Yeah, everybody was ready.
In my opinion, casual sex works if y'all are communicative.
Okay.
What I mean by that is, I'm not saying y'all talking to each other every day. Y'all just gotta let what's known be known. Like a lot of reasons it doesn't work is because, let's say you got Justin over here. He like, hey, I want to have casual sex, but I'm low key in the back of my mind, I'm looking for a relationship. And you got the other person that's like, I really only want casual sex. So it's like, a relationship is nowhere near my mind. So it's like, if you got one person that want a relationship at all, it's not gonna work.
Right.
Like, I feel like the only way to make it work is if neither one of y'all want relationships. Because even in the back of your mind, you low key know you want a relationship. All y'all low key know if you want a relationship before you start talking to somebody or you gauge conversation for like a week. You can low key fill it out. That's just my opinion. So like, if you low key in the back of your mind know you want a relationship, you gonna catch feelings. 9, matter of fact, 10 times out of 10, you gonna catch feelings.
I feel what you're saying.
What do you think?
I feel what you're saying. I feel like, to be honest, it's a slippery slope with that because, like, I feel like you telling the truth. Like, I mean, if you be honest from the jump and let the other person know like what you thinking and things like that, like it should be straight. But also over time, like your feelings can change.
So let me ask you a question. So like, how long do you think it can go on before it like turns to a clusterfuck?
There's no telling. Like that really depends on the people that's in it.
I agree.
That's in like the relationship or whatever you want to call it, like the casual sex relationship or whatever. Like it depends on the people.
For me, over communication is, number one, like you just said, but also knowing how the other person is and knowing their intentions, even though it's 100% impossible to know true intentions in general.
Exactly.
But you also got to know yourself and know how you react to certain situations. You've been out of any kind of physical relationship, any kind of intimacy altogether, and you're kind of somewhat you just kind of want attention. And that goes for guys and girls. Just for guys, men and women. Just deal it. If you know you're kind of in a position, you just okay. I kind of just want some attention. I kind of just want you. It may work, but over time, if you haven't had any kind of you haven't received any of that, it's gonna appear like something else. So, and you know you're a kind of person that catches feelings fast. Well, you don't need to do it at all. Just don't. Because it just happens, with sex, it's just, you're really connecting at the end of the day, whether you look at it like that or not. It's some kind of connection. You're going to feel some type of way about it regardless. some people can detach when they're having sex, some people can't. You have to know yourself. That's the number two.
I agree with that one hard.
So it can work, but you have to be honest with yourself. That's the main point. Be honest with yourself.
I feel like a lot of it goes in like people, they try to deny themselves. Like they try to deny what they're really feeling. Like they're like, I don't have feelings for him. I don't have feelings for her. Like and deep down, you know you do.
Right.
So it's like when you get to that point,
you need to
you either tell them how you feel or dip. And it's not really smart to tell them how you feel if they already said, I'm not looking for anything. Because then you just gonna be hurt. So you might as well just leave, in my opinion.
I mean, like, okay, so how about like what about in a situation where like, I mean, obviously, like let's say, you know, two people start talking or whatever, and they go in with that, you know, idea in mind to be like just a casual sex relationship, like, and they knew each other, like not really knew each other beforehand, but they knew of each other, like, their friends.
Friends with benefits.
Yeah, well, they told, like, their friends told each other about them. So, like, they didn't really know how each other were, you know, until, like, they got together. But at the same time, like, they kind of knew, like, of them. But, like, when the situation started to occur and, like, they was just doing the casual sex thing, and then, like, you know, time went on, now one person starts to feel like, well, dang, like, she's really not like how my friend said. She's actually kind of more like what I want to be with. So like that's that, you know, knowing yourself, like dang, that it might change like later on, and that's that's a slippery slope to me because like
you never at the end of the day
you can start off like
and
I want to be casual, but then it turns into like dang, like
I feel like a lot of that goes into like let's say like y'all get done doing the and like y'all sitting there cuddling, watching The Office, watching. No, I'm just see. Y'all gonna get kicked off the show. You gotta chill.
That's putting you in the mood, bro?
Nah, bro, I'm just saying. You just after, cuddle up. You're not supposed to be doing that if you having casual sex.
I just don't think I'm cuddling up to the office.
You do what you do, you do what you do. Okay. I'm just saying, like, y'all just watching a movie or a show. After y'all got done, it's like, why are you doing that? Like, that's another reason why people be catching feelings, bro. They do stuff like that. Then they're like, you sit in your room at 3 a.m. by yourself. You're like, dang, I really miss them cuddles. Really wish so-and-so is here right now.
No, I mean, that's true. You that's what I'm saying. You put somebody in there, you go outside of that realm actually having sex, you start doing other shit.
Yeah. Y'all going out on food.
Yeah, you going out to get lunch, just doing stuff that, I'm not saying you have to 100%, hey, come over. Let's get it like that. You don't have to. You're human beings. Like you can interact with each other normally, but I mean, at the end of the day, you have to know your limitations. Like and then it also goes down to your personal expectations of the person. You can't expect a certain amount from them, even if they're giving it to you or you think they make sure. You gotta cut that out.
Right.
That's the only way it can work. I'm gonna ask this. What about y'all personally? Is that?
I would say it depends on like the time of my life I'm in. Like normally I would say no, but if it's like a time where like you just chilling, you ain't really looking for nothing, yeah. But most of the time, nah. I'm not really a sexual person, so.
Yeah, so that's not really what you trying to be on. I mean, like, I feel like. Well, this is another question that I was gonna bring up, but like I've kind of been in a situation where it could have went that route, but like in terms of like just me like chilling and stuff like that, and not being in any type of relationship, and like a girl like saying that she might want that type of relationship, or me asking a girl that she want that type of relationship. I don't know if it would like be smart for me to do that, because I feel like I am the type of dude that I like being in like an actual I'm truthful, bro. I'm truthful. Ain't you in a relationship, bro?
Bro, of course.
Okay then. Aren't you a simp with your girl?
Of course.
Okay then. So you're a simp. Alright, so what I'm saying is, I'm that type of dude. Like I like to be, with a person or whatever. So like
I'm the same way, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like the casual thing and like me leaving after or she leaving after, like that don't really feel at home to me. Like I don't really feel like that's what I want. So it's like I might be that guy who starts off, I I'm not really doing nothing. So like that might be cool.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just because like one, I'm probably bored. Like I ain't been doing nothing else with anybody else. So
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I might as well start something up.
Yeah.
But it might come to a point like the situation I brought up earlier, where it's like I wasn't thinking she was that way, but then I started to realize like, dang, I kind of feel.
Like, damn, she kind of cool, bro.
She kind of cool. I kind of feel it a little bit, where it's like, dang, now gotta have that conversation.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm not really trying to have that conversation at that point. So it's like me.
I mean, hey, we keep it in the buck. That conversation don't come up. It's inevitable.
Yeah,
It really is.
It's inevitable.
Yeah, that always runs out. Like you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Something always goes wrong at the end of the day with something.
Because if that was the case, it'll be people still doing that for years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like there's exceptions to every rule. I feel like there are still people that might be doing that.
Yeah, and they can cut it off mutually.
Yeah.
And still like get
But
back.
I'm pretty sure if they do that, they probably take breaks from each other.
Mm-hmm. But I think even still in that scenario, like even if they're still doing it, there was a time where that what if question.
Yeah, of
you know
course.
What I'm saying?
We're humans.
What if we pushed it to you know what I'm saying, like the next step or whatever. Like that, I feel like that always has to come up. Like
So-
that's just human nature.
So how you feel about the conception or that the girl always catches feelings? Like you feel like that's
That's cap. Like first catching feelings.
Yeah,
first?
bro.
No, bro. That's
I feel like
that's
it's
a lot,
cap
bro.
too. Bro.
That's a lot.
This is something I'm probably gonna talk about on multiple shows. I don't feel like there's just some stereotypes that just like really. I think men and women are the same in a sense. Like
I feel like dudes hide their emotions better.
yeah, that's all it is. We all experience the same emotions. We just taught to go about them different
Yeah.
ways. That's all it is. But
Right.
like in terms of that, like no, it depends on it depends on
That's hard,
nah,
no.
nah, bro. It depends on the situation. Like if you a dude and you know how you are, you kind of. I ain't trying to call nobody out. Like none of y'all. You a simp or you just. Yeah, you really have much in your life, and if somebody start offering you something that you ain't have,
That's what I'm saying. Like that's not even being the same.
yeah, then you start feeling something.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes. Like you were saying, you end up start something with somebody, and you just like, damn, I
feel like that's
I really
just
like
being-
this person.
That's just being truthful with yourself at the
Yeah.
end of the day.
Yeah.
Because like you could be one of those guys who like, oh, like I'm feeling
Let
something.
me run.
Yeah, or it's like you could be one of those guys like, oh, I'm feeling something, but you know what? I'm just gonna let it ride.
I mean, there's a
Say
lot of
that.
people like that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why even do that when you know, like, see, that's where the, like the arguments and all that start. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you acting like that? It's because you sit over there not telling them how you feel, and then like they go do something with somebody else. Now you like,
Yeah,
what
now you
you
mad.
doing? Like, you mind? Like, no, you not. Like, what you mean? So,
Yeah. But yeah, so do you think? This is the last question I'm asking. So if you're doing casual, if you're like fresh benefits or whatever, does that qualify you as single or is that's what's complicated?
I feel like-
that's the last question.
I feel like that's something y'all have to have discussions with. Like it's different every
situation.
shit.
I don't feel like it should be.
Or
though.
entanglement.
We're not using that word.
Yeah,
on this
we're not
podcast.
using that. This is the brown table.
That's muted on this.
Brown
Muted
table.
that
So,
word.
yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know. If me personally, if I was in that situation, we having like it depends on if y'all going with the raw. You going to raw? You going to Rawville?
Why does that make a difference, bro?
No, it
Bro, that's nah, bro.
That
Come on,
make
bro.
it different.
You know why it made it different, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Does it have to be?
You
though?
gonna
Like,
wake up in the morning, your shit gonna be on the side of you like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. That's why it
No,
matters,
that's real
bro.
though.
That's
Like,
why it matters, bro.
like when me and you getting at it raw, and then you going with another dude.
You don't know what he doing.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I don't know his situation.
yeah, that is true.
Bro probably got some. You
Yeah.
give it a hurt. Nah.
Mhm.
See, that's why me personally, I just avoid that altogether.
Well, see, is it like if that's the case, then is it really friends with benefits anymore, or is it something different? Because now you're saying like you can't be doing.
I mean,
stuff
bro, you
with
gotta
people.
think though. As soon as you got have raw sex, bro, y'all can have a baby.
Everybody don't use condoms though, bro.
I know,
Yeah, I mean a lot of people don't, bro.
I know, but I'm saying you.
What? I mean, we all at this table, bro.
Oh, bro.
Nah, I'm finna start you. Nah.
No, you're not.
I promise I am. Practice safe sex, for real.
Hey, kids.
Hey, Magnum, if y'all watching this, you got a sponsorship.
Y'all gotta get sponsored because I ain't.
See, there you go.
There you go again.
There you go.
But no, for real, like, if you start putting like that on each other, like that restriction on each other, where you can't like talk to other people, or like you feel like we've crossed the line.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, now it's getting to that point where it's like it's not just
casual
friendship benefits or casual. Like it's, you know, we're something now. Like we're moving into that direction if we're not already there. You get what I'm saying?
But I feel like if you have a casual, like you can't be doing it 5-6 times a week.
You never know, depending on sex drive.
Yeah, it does.
That's true, bro. But I feel like you doing that. Like, when do you have other times to? Well, I ain't gonna speak for everybody. Some people be on their weird.
Some people got different drives, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Like me, I'm kind of just. Like I said, I'm not really like a sexual person unless I'm like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You the same decision,
I mean, bro, I feel like I say I'm medium.
Medium.
I'm medium.
I feel like I fit in that category. But it's just like,
no, you don't.
bro, I do. I go with the flow, bro.
I mean, all of us probably go with the flow. You're not gonna take more than you get.
Well, I mean, of course, yeah. Nah,
But
I'm just saying, like, if she had a high, I could go high. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be the type that's gonna complain, like, dang, like, we ain't doing it. You feel me? So it's like, I can go either way. I just go with it. So you're not believing me.
The cap.
That's crazy. When you speaking truth, we only speak truth when we come to this round table, bro.
Let's see. First he said I use condoms. Lie.
yeah.
Then he just said
I raised my hand.
no. You went back on it.
I said I'm about to
Then
start.
number two.
You know that was a lie.
Then number two, he said I'm in the medium. I can go high or I can go low. This nigga know damn well he can't go low.
Exactly.
I can't go low, bro.
That's 3 strikes, we gotta kick him off.
That's not fair, bro. That's not fair. Now y'all know that's not fair. So technically, like me being like not using the condom thing, first of all, I was in a long relationship, so I mean like that made sense for me not to use one.
I mean, bro,
You
yeah.
get what I'm saying? So
I
it's just like
understand, bro.
I haven't really just been out there like spreading my wild oats. You feel me? So I haven't had the reason to necessarily be like you know like let me strap it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, like don't let these people like you know try to tell y'all that I'm a bad person.
You have on a Playboy shirt.
Turn to the camera.
It's just a style,
Hey,
bro.
turn around.
It's a nice shirt.
Hey, get up and show them.
Bro, they can see it, bro. It's just Playboy, bro.
Yeah, we gonna end it on that
We
one.
gonna have to go ahead and end it on that one.
Yeah, we gonna end it on that one. But yeah, that's the first one. That's the first show. We're gonna have more. So yeah, y'all tune in. Pay attention to the overall.
Yeah.
The bigger
We
picture.
got more coming though, for sure.